Good morning, everybody. I'm here getting ready to fix me some breakfast. Decided I'd fix some home fries this morning. Just got them peeled. So I got all but one peeled. No, it's peeled, I just didn't cut it up. Turn that down just a tiny bit. And put a lid on it while I'm fixing my coffee. And y'all know I drink usually instant coffee most of the time because it's just me. Creature of old habits, I guess. But how y'all doing this morning? Yeah, I drank Folgers. But everything goes better with a cup of coffee, right? Oh, that's good. And I'm just simply going to fix me some hash browns and an egg, and that's it this morning. I don't feel like eating a whole lot. But I just cut up my potatoes, slice them up, or, whatever size I want them to be in. And I forgot I need to get my fire cider. Haven't taken I've got a little juice glass right here. I fill it about halfway with water. I put a good heaping teaspoonful of fire cider in it. Stir it up real good. It's not really something you really want to put down first thing in the morning, but hey, it works. And you can see I've used that much out of my jar. We're just going to put it in the microwave over here for 20 seconds. And that should be enough time to get it hot enough that it'll work, but not so hot I can't drink it. And I'm probably going to heat my coffee up a little bit. I put it in there and got it hot and everything to make coffee, and walked around and did a ton of stuff before I even made it, so it was already getting cold. But yeah, it's smoking a little bit. It's a little bit too hot to drink. Woo! Let that cool off a little bit while my potatoes are cooking. While my taters are cooking. Having taters and hen fruit this morning. That's what they call eggs. Taters and hen fruit. Have my coffee on hand as a washer so I can drink my fire cider, wash it down with some coffee to get that awful taste out of my mouth. But putting a lid on your pot or your pan makes your potatoes cook a little faster. And I'm sure y'all know that already. Ooh. Wooey doggy. That is not good tasting stuff right there. Imagine your worst tasting medicine that you've had to take. That's right up there with it. But it worked, y'all. Try to get it down while it's still hot. And it opens up your bronchial tubes, your chest, relieves all that irritation from allergies down there. Plus your sinuses and everything else. Ooh. I never said it was good tasting stuff, but it worked, y'all. Woo. You see why I put it in a little glass. I don't want any more to have to drink than I just have to have. So this works for me. Just a little bit of water with a spoonful of fire cider. Takes me a minute or two to get it down, but it's well worth the effort, I'll tell you. Oh. Oh my God. Reminds me of the commercials you see where they have these little kids sitting in high chairs and stuff, and they give them a slice of lemon or a slice of lime. And they're all for it, you know. They get it and they get it in their mouth and they bite down on it. Then all of a sudden they're like, you know. That's the way this stuff is. Because it has lemon and lime in there, right along with the orange. Oh. About one more swallow, and I'll have it down. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, thank God for the coffee. I tell you, that'll get you. That will literally get you. I'm gonna come here, I'm thinking, sit on my bar stool and drink my coffee. But you know, there's all kind of herbal remedies, home remedies, and people kind of shrug at them, but hey, you know what? Those old-timey remedies work. The fire ciders, the mixing of herbs to put on sores or sprained ankles and all that kind of stuff. It looks kind of silly and you wouldn't think it works, but it does. Just think, all these medicines that we take, they're a mixture of some kind of herb or spices or plants that they found that the combination of it makes a good medicine. So, you know, it's just packaged and labeled, and you got to get it with a prescription now. But it all started with the home remedies. So if you have allergies, if you have viruses, colds, flu, try you some fire cider. I mean, you saw in that video where I made it, you know, it took very little to make it. And it made a whole quart of fire cider syrup. Say that real fast 20 times. But, yeah, and you only take a couple of spoonfuls a day. I had already started coughing, and you see, I'm not coughing now. I got so much in the yard to do. I love doing it, but I just can't hold out to do, you know, a little bit at a time. So I think, you know, eventually I'll get it all done. I just have to pace myself. I almost overdid it the other day out there. Putting dirt in that whole rock garden, that got me. So I got to pace myself and not quite put as much dirt in the wheelbarrow next time, because that was pretty heavy. Too heavy for me to be trying to lift to push, that's for sure. Everything in moderation is my motto. I know this is Saturday morning. This is laundry day for most people that work 5 days a week. I did my laundry the other night. A lot of it's still hanging in the bathroom on hangers, but it's there. It's clean. The pollen's been so bad, I really didn't want to hang anything outside because it just gets my clothes and sheets full of pollen. And then I'm allergic to them, so, you know, I don't want to do that. And so far, my vent in my greenhouse is working. I've got the little Swiss chard that I had started out there in the pot, you know, that was about that big round. I've transplanted that. I put it on the pot on my porch because I couldn't get anything else to live out there to look good. And what did live got so big, it took over the porch. So I figured I'd plant perpetual spinach in there and some marigolds and see what happens with that. So everything I've got in my greenhouse right now are seeds. They're seeds in pots. I'm waiting for them to germinate and come up. So they'll all sprout and come up hopefully at the same time, or pretty well close to the same time. And hopefully I will have these other gray totes and everything ready with the garden soil and everything in it to transplant my plants out of the greenhouse by then. That's my plan anyway. But you know how it goes. Plans are not in concrete. Just like recipes. Plans are apt to change. Oh, I'll be ready for another cup of coffee by the time my potatoes and my hand fruit get done. What are y'all's plans for today? You got something exciting planned? And everybody's telling me, or everywhere I hear the news, the 30-day extended forecast, everything is telling me that our freezing weather's over with. I hope so. I hope everything I put out in my yard comes up and thrives before hot weather hits for this summer. So unless something drastically changes, we should not get any more freezing weather, which is a surprise, because if we don't, this will be the first year I've lived here. I think we've made it through February and March without freezing temperatures. I mean, we did have a few freezing nights in the past in February, but from here on in, we're not supposed to. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I tell you, sometimes there's just nothing like home fries and just a plain simple egg for breakfast. Little buddy's already come in and he's got his breakfast this morning, and he's already back outside. I have to give him breakfast very first thing before I even fix my coffee. He's got to have his breakfast or he goes crazy. So he's eating already. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful day. It was in the 80s yesterday, 80s the day before. I'm not sure what the temperature will be today, but probably pretty well close to what it was yesterday, which is going to be a beautiful day, almost like summer out there. I had shorts on yesterday, and I was hot. And if you plant a garden, just a small area, or maybe you got a few pots on your patio or your porch, and if you plant seeds in it and they sprout and come up, do like I started my perpetual spinach if we get a freeze. Just turn your little bottle over the top of your little seedling and leave it there. That will act like a greenhouse over your plant. It will keep it from freezing, believe it or not. I've had them out in the yard and covered them up like that, just with a little hole at the top for air, and they did not freeze. Now, if you got as much planted as I've got out there, you may not want to try to cover it all up. I've got too much. It's spread out too far. So most of it, if it freezes and it kills my plants when they come up, I'm just going to have to resow seeds, but hopefully that's not going to happen. See if these are getting about done. Got to get my egg cooked. And I didn't get any salt and pepper out. I need to refill my little shakers, and I've not even taken time to do that. So I've been using my big container. I would slice off some bread of my home baked bread and toast it, but you know, just my potatoes and my egg is going to be plenty for me. I think if I try to fix a couple of slices of toast, that's going to be too much. I can't eat all that. So I'm just going to stick with my egg here. Y'all can see it in my pan. I got the worst thing down. That was the main thing, my fire cider. But y'all need to try it. If you got allergies, if you know, even if you don't have allergies, you know, people get sick with flu, cold, sore throats, that type of thing. Fix you a jar of fire cider. Keep it in your refrigerator. Once you've cooked it like I did, and it's got that vinegar in there, it'll keep for a long time in your refrigerator. Take it out and use it for your colds and your viruses and your sore throat, your chest congestion, all that stuff. Yeah, and I still cough occasionally when I'm talking a lot. But my cough is not like it was. Thank God. And hopefully, in a period of time, it's going to get better and better. We'll see. I just wish I'd have known about this a long time ago for allergies. I'd have been using fire cider for years. I just never thought it would be good for for allergies. I always thought it was for viruses and stuff. It never dawned on me it was good for allergies until one of the pharmacists, I think, that I had called about something told me that, they were out of some allergy pill over the counter. And I asked the druggist about it, and he said, well, just get you some cold and flu tablets and take them. And he said, they'll work with your allergies just as well as the allergy pill will. So I did, and it worked. So don't knock all these old-fashioned remedies until you try them. That might very well be the one thing that cures you. And I know they got some herbs that are good for pain and all that stuff, and I wish I could get some of that stuff. I mean, anything that's legal, you know, I don't want illegal stuff, but there's so many things out there that you can make poultices with for all kind of stuff. Well, there's my breakfast, y'all. I'm going to sit over here with my home fries and hen fruit. Drink the rest of my coffee. Y'all have a blessed day, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye now. Love y'all.